Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is video number 2 of 2. We did upload earlier on, and you know what, this evening we haven't just been given information, we've been attacked as far as I'm concerned. Absolutely bombarded in the last 2-3 hours with all sorts of things that are kicked off. Big things too. So we're going to go through all of that. But as I've mentioned, we did with video number 1 of the day. If you haven't seen that already, I'm going to leave a link for you guys right here. You can hit that, pause this video, go and watch that, then come back and finish this off. Or, like I always say, if you are lopsided, if you are a little bit weird, and that's alright, you can do it the other way around. Whatever floats your boat. So, let's get cracking into today's video number 2, the nitty gritty itself, where we round everything off with the big stories that have been popping off left, right and centre, almost like we are in the midst of gunfire and we can't hide. So, we're going to start off with the big news around Kai Havertz that has been announced. He has joined Arsenal Football Club on a permanent transfer, signed, sealed, delivered, and the announcement is finally out. I put a short out earlier on talking about how the leak of the interview had happened, and I think Arsenal didn't have a choice but to actually just reveal him now, and same with Chelsea because they have to do it together. So probably that leak, you know, fast forwarded it a little bit and we have the announcements, but we're going to start off with what Kai Havertz has had to say because he's come onto socials and he has spoken himself. So let's check this out. This is from Kai Havertz. Dear Chelsea FC, I would have preferred for you to hear my thoughts on leaving Chelsea first from myself before my thoughts on me joining my new team. This isn't my style and it upsets me that you had to hear of it in this way. I write this letter with a heavy heart to all the fans. A big thank you for all of your support. We achieved the dream of winning the Champions League together. Kai, with a blue heart. And he writes this letter, which you can go and check out for yourself. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can read that. It's basically a big, massive thank you. A little reminiscing over what he's done at Chelsea Football Club. Those 3 trophies that he did end up winning. The Champions League, the Super Cup and the Club World Cup. The goal that he scored in that Champions League final in Porto, which we can never forget. And I'm going to come to all of that very, very shortly. But that was the midst of the letter in terms of what he's managed to accomplish, the joys, the happiness, the lows as well this past season, and overall his gratitude for the support that he's got at Chelsea Football Club from all the fans for his 3 years whilst he was at Chelsea. We're going to also show you the rest. Here's Chelsea confirming the deal. Kai Havertz has joined Arsenal on a permanent deal. And there's the caption. He won Chelsea the Champions League with that very goal and that action that got us that Champions League win. And we also have the announcement out of Arsenal. Here it is. We keep moving forward. Kai Havertz is a gooner, which is weird. Well, a gunner. It says a gunner, but I always call them gooners. And they call themselves gooners. But there it is. Kai Havertz is officially an Arsenal player. And that's it. He's gone to Arsenal. So, overall, look, here's what I want to say. We've got to take a moment for Kai Havertz because at the end of the day, he did score that goal, didn't he? He did. And that's something that will forever be written in Chelsea folklore history. He is you can say, a cult hero at this point because he got the goal that won us the Champions League and no one can change that. And no matter how bad it went afterwards, no one can change that. So for that, I'm forever thankful and I forever have gratitude. For me, I got to be realistic. Do I think that Kai Havertz is at a level where we absolutely needed to keep him? No. For 65 million, it comes in, you accept that. You almost get almost all of your money back, you know, for a deal like that. Whilst he's already been tried and tested in the Premier League, I'm not entirely worried. Now, like I've said before, if Arsenal get a tune out of him and they get it going really, really well, then I'm going to hold my hands up and say fair play because you've done something that we weren't able to do. Simple as that. But I'd like to think we got the best out of Kai Havertz in that season when we did win the Champions League and Thomas Tuchel did wonders there. After that, though, it just went left and after that Champions League goal, we expected an acceleration. We expected momentum to grow. We expected him to get better and better, more consistent, week in, week out. It never happened. Now, there is one thing, and that's something we can't take away, is that he does turn out to be a big game player. So, on the occasion, he can show up. But we don't need moments, like I've said before. We need week in, week out consistency. And we didn't get that. So, look, overall, I wish him the best on a personal level. I don't wish him too much because he's gone to Arsenal, but I thank him for what he's done. And from when I joined, the expectation we had, I'd like to say, fizzled out eventually. But there is a good player there. He's not rubbish. But is it enough for us? I don't think so. Is it enough for Arsenal? We'll wait and see. Personally, I don't think it will be, because I think Kai's problem isn't Chelsea or Arsenal or whatever. It's the Premier League and the pace and the tempo that the Premier League operates at that I think is his problem. And on moments against certain opposition, he might find his way, but week in, week out, I don't think he will. And that's where I look at the Arsenal bid and I think 65 million, thank you very much. But, as I've said, on a personal level, I've nothing against him personally. I think he did give us some good moments, including that Champions League winning goal. And for that, I'm forever thankful. So thank you for everything, Kai. Much appreciated. And yeah, best of luck for you personally, not for Arsenal. So there we are. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to Kai Havertz. We have another announcement that came out earlier on today, and that is about Edouard Mendy. He's gone as well. Here it is. Edouard Mendy has left Chelsea and joined Al-Ahli FC. And there's the caption as well, Edouard Mendy, as he says goodbye to Chelsea Football Club. Here's the announcement, official, confirmed. Edouard Mendy has joined Al-Ahli on a permanent deal from Chelsea. Fee, 16 to 17 million, as we see Edouard Mendy in that Al-Ahli top now over in Saudi, and obviously using all the Chelsea graphics, fair play to them. But he's an Al-Ahli player, and look, Edouard Mendy, I wish him the best. And I can wish him the best properly, because he's not gone to a rival. So it's a case of, look, I just hope you absolutely smash it out there, Edouard Mendy. And I said thank you yesterday for that one banging season that he gave us when we did win the Champions League. He did look like prime Petr Cech at that point. And it was wonderful to see, even for a short period. We're thankful that we lived through that and we witnessed it. So, yeah, much like Kai Havertz, we say thank you, Edouard Mendy. Thank you very much, and best wishes for all that you do in the future. Go and get that bag. Go and get that bag. 250k a week, up from £58,000 a week. What a deal. What a deal for Edouard Mendy. He deserves it anyway. Thank you very much, Edouard Mendy. Good luck out there. And there we are. Now, apologies. Let's get cracking into what might be happening with Caicedo. We've got Jacob Steinberg on the case, and he tells us this. Chelsea are making progress on Caicedo. 80 million could be enough. Now, this doesn't look like big news, right? It looks like news that we've already heard. But it's nice to know that we might just be able to hit 80 million and we don't need to go any higher. Because I think Chelsea fans will be happy with a deal like that. Now, Fabrizio Romano has more to say in relation to Caicedo as well. Check this out. Aside from Moises Caicedo, I have heard Chelsea could sign another midfielder in the next few weeks. This will depend on pre-season, but Chelsea will be busy with midfielders. The priority is Caicedo. So, overall, we've known this. Caicedo is the guy. But it's nice to know that we're going to be going for someone else down the line possibly as well. And we've got a name later on in the video as to who that guy might be. But I think that's necessary as well. We can't just have Caicedo and Enzo and that's it. You know, Kante's gone. Kovacic has got... Bloody... Kante's gone. Kovacic has gone. Jorginho's gone. Loftus-Cheek is about to go. Mason Mount's out the door. Kai Havertz has left. Gallagher's the only one left. And Gallagher's probably going to go as well if a bid comes in for him too. So look, we absolutely need to get a midfielder in, right? Of good quality, but not someone that's going to be, I think, you know, trying to fight to be first team, well, starting 11 every single week. Someone that will be rotation. Or more rotation, I think would be crucial. So we'll see where that goes, but I've got a name popped up later on, so keep your eyes peeled. Let's get to the latest in regards to Mason Mount. Developments there. Manchester United and Chelsea are set to make a final decision on Mason Mount deal, as direct contact will take place within 24 hours, as revealed yesterday. You understand, will be face-to-face contact, and Man United will be clear once again. They want to get it done for 55 million. We have more in regards to Mount from Jacob Steinberg, saying Chelsea are ready to part company with Mason Mount and are looking to move in a different direction. Mount is understood to have grown frustrated over delays with the transfer. Don't worry, Mace, don't worry. We'll get this done. We'll get this done. This is my point. Look, if Mount has actually been acting in a way of, you know, sell me or I'm going to go for free, there's no need, because the deal will get done. As I've said before, it will get done. Chelsea are not stupid. Even if it came down to it and they lost the negotiation, they would be taking £55 million. They're not going to take nothing. That doesn't make any sense. So here's the thing. United accepted face-to-face talks. Phil Mitchell always gets his way. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, always gets his way. So we're very much looking forward to seeing Manchester United across the table from us, and let Bedad Igbali do all his work there. Let Bedad Igbali, the problem is actually getting them to the face-to-face. Once we got them to the face-to-face, don't worry. They're in our pockets. It's fine. I honestly think 55 plus 5. Wait for it. 55 plus 5. Or we could see a little compromise. Maybe 52 plus 5. So it comes to 57 total. Or 58, 52 plus 6. Somewhere there. In and around that margin, I think a deal will be done. I think United will be stupid to go no. Because Chelsea could threaten to just leave the negotiation altogether. And United might be able to just go, okay, we'll give you a couple mil. So we'll wait and see. But that's the latest with Mason Mount. We'll see what pops off from tomorrow onwards. And like I've said, look at all these players that are heading out the door. We've got basically rid of everybody at this point. And it's June 28th. Tomorrow's 29th. Then this is 30th. Mount will be out the door by... What's today? Wednesday. He'll be out the door by Friday. Friday evening, Mason Mount would have been announced, or we would have got the here we go or something, I think, by that day. Wait for it. And I'm saying that now. We can come back to this if I'm wrong, and I'll hold my hands up and say I was wrong. But my gut opinion, my feeling is that I reckon by June 30th, Mount will be a Man United player. So, or at least we will know it's getting announced and it's done. So we'll wait and see. Now, let me know your thoughts in relation to Mount down below. Talking about that midfielder, who could be coming in? Well, here's the guy. This is the exclusive from Fabrizio earlier on today. This was an exclusive. Manchester City have entered the race for Spanish talent Gabri Veiga after pulling out of Declan Rice deal. He's one of the options now being considered at the club. Liverpool and Chelsea remain interested, but City also informed now. Release clause is 40 million euros. If Man City want him, I think Chelsea should go and get him. I'll be honest. Look, if Man City are interested in the player, it means there's a substance there. Man City have hit a benchmark. They've hit a level where I think even on a scouting level, you just look at what Man City are looking at. Oh, they're looking at that guy. All right, no, he's the guy. He's the guy. You just do. Because Man City have functioned so well. They want Gabri Veiga. We got to go in for Gabri Veiga. We got to go in for him. And Jacob Steinberg says Chelsea are not doing otherwise. A bid for Gabri Veiga is expected soon from Chelsea. So, okay, let's get this done. It's an easy release clause. Agree to personal terms and boom. Man City don't even need to ask questions. That's it. So, let's wait and see how that goes. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like Veiga? I'm seeing a 50-50 split when it comes to Veiga. Some say, no, yeah, he's good. He's definitely someone that can slot right in. Not much expectation, not much pressure. Has enough talent, can do well, can grow. And some fans are just like, nah, he's not good enough. Forget it. So, where do you stand? Let me know down below. Much appreciated. Now, Chelsea did get business done. And I gotta say, I'm going to put my hands up here and say I don't know too much about this geezer. But everyone seems hyped. So, we're going to ride that wave. We were looking for hype, weren't we? When Frank Lampard walked in, we were like, oh, we're going to get tons of hype. We're going to get tons of vibes. Well, here are the vibes. The deal is done. Chelsea sign Angelo for £15 million. That came from Vene Casagrande, who's a Brazilian journalist. And Fabrizio did confirm this after all. Chelsea have agreed €15 million fee for 2004 talented Brazilian striker Angelo. Here we go. Angelo agreed personal terms on a deal until 2029. He'll start pre-season at Chelsea, then a possible loan. Barca clause, they've 48 hours to match Chelsea's bid, but they will not do it. So Fabrizio's got the inside scoop. Barca have the option, but they're not going to do it. We're getting Angelo. Now, look, here's the latest on where he might be going and what possibly is happening. Felix Johnson says, understand Chelsea will send Angelo on loan should they complete the deal. He will go on loan to one of our feeder clubs at this stage, Strasbourg, but Chelsea are working on a Portuguese club. So we're going to just send him down the development route. We're going to send him to the French Chelsea or the Portuguese Chelsea. Once we do acquire a Portuguese team, that will turn into a Portuguese Chelsea. So we'll send him to one of them and he'll grow. and we got him tied until 2029. Now, if you know much about Angelo, let me know in the comments. Is he a top striker? I'm going to do some research after this and look into him a little bit more, and we'll see what happens, and I'll try and cover maybe a little bit about him in tomorrow's video or something. So keep your eyes peeled, but let me know in the comments what you think about Angelo and this deal for 15 million euros. Is that a good deal? I've seen many people off the offset just go, yes, very, very, very good deal. You know, people going for Endrick, people forgotten about Angelo. I like that. I hear that and I think, okay, this guy's decent then. Let me know down below. Let's get cracking into more news, and this one's bizarre. This one's very bizarre. Chelsea have been alerted to the fact that Harry Kane has commissioned the building of a sizable new family home close to Wentworth Golf Club, to the west of London, and just 15 miles from the club's Cobham training ground where Pochettino will soon be in charge. There is no suggestion that an offer from Chelsea is imminent, but what Matt Law goes on to say in this is that there's a possibility that Harry Kane could just run down his contract, leave Tottenham for free, and Chelsea might be like, hey, you don't need to move anywhere. Come to us. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. Tottenham, just like I've said for Chelsea and like I've said for PSG, Tottenham are not stupid. They're not going to let Harry Kane go for free. So expect a deal done this summer, but to where? A club's going to have to cough up. Now, if Daniel Levy is that crazy, because he's the only one that could actually be that crazy to go, no, we're not selling, and then forget that he'll go on a free. That's probably what Daniel Levy might actually do. I doubt it, but if there's one guy where it's possible, I think it's him. So we'll wait and see. But let me know down below. Do you think it's possible? Personally, I don't think it is. And you know what? We do need a striker this window. If it came to it, though, worst comes to worst, Jackson will have to take number 1 for the season. And we'll bring in Harry Kane next summer. On a free. Can you imagine that? Anyway, as I said, I don't think it'll happen. But let me know your thoughts down below. Now, here's the latest on Hudson-Odoi. AC Milan, Fulham and Nottingham Forest have registered interest in signing Hudson-Odoi, who plans to reject the Saudi Arabian move. Chelsea could sell for around £15 million. You know what? Look, I don't blame Hudson-Odoi for this one because he is still young. To go to Saudi now would be killing your career in terms of potential. But for that money, Chelsea should sell because we're not going to use him. That's just the reality. Adds on to the books. We get more profit, pure profit. Thank you very much. Bob's your uncle. So, that's the latest on Hudson-Odoi. I hope he gets one of those moves. It'll be very good for him. And yeah, we can move on from him. He can move on from Chelsea. He can get his career up starting again. And we can get the money. So yeah, let me know down below what you think about Hudson-Odoi. Here's the other big news of the day. And this is where it was all kicking off. Declan Rice. I told you it will happen. It's happening. Arsenal have agreed a fee with West Ham to sign Declan Rice. Arsenal made $100 million plus $5 million add-ons offer for 24-year-old England midfielder last night, and that has been accepted. Record for a British player. Clubs now working to resolve payment terms. We have Ben Jacobs that tells us Arsenal have now reached a £105 million agreement with West Ham for Declan Rice. And we also have Fabrizio saying more after the agreement on fee between Arsenal and West Ham for Declan Rice. Documents are being prepared to be checked in the next 24 hours between the two clubs. Personal terms agreed weeks ago. Final green light on payment terms is expected soon. Then here we go. It's happening. It's happening. And this was always the plan. This was always the plan. Declan Rice is going to be a gooner for £105 million. So now we can see the Arsenal midfield of Odegaard, Havertz and Declan Rice. Declan Rice to Arsenal for that fee is huge, and it's a lot of pressure now because he has to perform. But I do think in that Arsenal team he'll find his way. He'll be in the starting 11 every week. He will, I think, he'll have attributes that Arsenal do actually need in that role that they lacked before. And I think this could be a good move, but it's a lot of money and it's a lot of pressure. So fair play to Arsenal for getting this done, for actually putting their money where their mouth is for once. 105 million, bloody hell. And getting a very, very good player in Declan Rice and in a role where they absolutely need to bolster. They've managed to get, I said, Kai Havertz. Odegaard is going to be there. It's a midfield that's going to be operating better than it did before. And that's where Arsenal, that's what they needed to do. They're thinking about trying to put a title challenge again and trying to actually take themselves to the next level. I feel like they've addressed where they needed to address and they've done their business. And before pre-season, fair play Arsenal. Very, very, very good window. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Great deal. Let me know your thoughts down below. Declan Rice going to Arsenal. At one point, I never thought that would actually happen, but here we go. Here we go. In the last few weeks, it was clear and it was obvious that is where it was going. So, yeah. Now, I want to show you this. For the lot that were proper Chelsea, let me show you an example of real proper Chelsea. Someone that shows it. You can just read it, and that's where you see the loyalty. The loyalty is proven. Check this out and learn, because I don't think there's even one player doing this sort of thing now. Not even Aspie. John Terry. John Terry on how, as a captain, he would rate hotels and make sure Chelsea went back to winning hotels. This was John Terry on his Instagram revealing, just going through some old football bits. As captain, I used to keep a book on the hotels we stayed in and rate them on various things, from how comfortable the beds were, how good the food was, and how it was to the stadium. But most importantly, if we won when we stayed there, I made sure as captain we went back to that hotel the following year. And he had a complete list. There it is. Look at all the hotels written down by hand. And he says 100% record when we stayed at the Landmark for big finals. That's proper Chelsea, man. That's the attention to detail that a captain like that thinks of on his own, without anyone telling him, on his own. That's proper captain and proper Chelsea material, man. And he's got the interest of the club at heart completely. Do you find anyone doing that sort of thing now? I doubt it. Everyone just probably tries to put it in their brains. He puts pen to paper, makes sure everything is organised, everything is there, everything's on record, knows exactly how things are operating. To have captain like John Terry again. To have a captain like JT again. Captain, leader, legend. We weren't lying. He is. Now, to wrap up, here's a deal from Tottenham and it's been announced. Let me know what you think about JT and that, by the way, because that's absolutely fantastic. I saw that and thought I've got to mention that later. So there you are. Here's the latest from Spurs. Official, confirmed. James Maddison has joined Tottenham on a 5-year contract. Deal completed with Leicester on a £40 million fee. Second signing after Vicario. So there we are. James Maddison is a spud. It's just, yeah, spud. He's a Spurs player. He has signed. And it's a good deal. As I said before, Maddison to Spurs is a good move for him. And Spurs getting Maddison is a good move for Spurs. I think it's going to work pretty well between the two. So we'll wait and see how he's going to play at Tottenham. But moving on from Leicester, I think it's a very, very good move in a position that I think he'll find his feet in. Tottenham do need that sort of creativity. They've lacked it. He's of a good age. He's of a good ability. I think with the levels that they're both operating at, it just works and it clicks, I think. So we'll see how he does at Tottenham. But I think it's a good move for club and player. So we'll wait and see how that all ends up. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to that as well. You guys have to write tons of comments. I've covered a lot and I'm asking for your opinion on every single one. So go ham. Now hit the comments and say what you got to say. I'm expecting essays. That's your assignment for tonight. All of you, I want essays. No, I'm kidding. Don't kill yourselves. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on whatever you want to discuss. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new couple of ones. So see you tomorrow morning or early afternoon for video number 1 as we get cracking with tomorrow's antics and what is going to come our way. So I'll see all of you then. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you haven't already, and I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one. So thank you very much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care and peace.